I am here in Tokyo, Japan for the Arc Revolution Qualifier 2016. So we have brought our winners, Ken Deep and King Rasta, from the two qualifiers in London and Paris, and they are here to assault the realm of the gods. So as you can see, we are now in the glorious Akihabara, and there's anime everywhere. There's waifus on the buildings. It's pretty amazing, I gotta say. It is like actually amazing. But this is not time for play. This is time for action. So it's time for us to go and meet our champions.
Hello, I'm King Rasta from Austria, or Daniel Wilfing. And
well, I'm Ken Deep from Germany, and I represent Kum Heyun.
Oh, nice. So we have a Kum player and a Faust player, and no Melias, which is my favorite thing. So we've been in Japan for a couple of days now, and you guys have been playing some of the locals at the arcades. We went to Mikado yesterday. How did things go for you guys?
so it was really interesting seeing really good players, a lot of really good players. So I know that they have really strong players, but
it's the average, right? It's the average that's
the average
higher.
is also really strong.
Yeah.
And like the gap between the average and the really good players, like the Goldwing players, is insane. So
like there were some players that I lost very strongly against, but then there were some players that I, when I was here before, I was struggling against, and now I have a way better chance of beating them. So it's kind of evening out for me at least.
So you guys played some of the people that you would possibly play in the tournament. Do you think that's good or bad, considering, like, would it be better for you to kind of hide your tech? Do you have tech that you've been like purposefully hiding beforehand?
I haven't, but I personally feel that it wouldn't matter to hide tech before the Japanese, because they have so many players and they have so many different playstyles per character, except for Kum.
probably already seen it before somewhere.
Exactly.
So that's rather difficult.
So how are you guys feeling about Arc Revolution Cup? Are you confident? Are you gonna win? Are you gonna make top 8?
I at least have a bracket that is doable, and we just have to see.
I mean, there is single elimination, best of 1, that allows for some upsets.
Frauds.
Because if your opponent can't just adapt as fast as you can, then that's
all you really need is like one gimmick that they've not seen before, and you can win off that. So.
But the same goes the other way around too.
Yeah.
So any last words of encouragement to each other, I suppose?
You'll do fine.
We'll do fine.
We'll do fine.
Oh, and finally, what happens if you guys have to play each other?
Then we're in the grand finals.
Ah,
I only have
perfect.
I really look forward to that.
Meet you in the grand finals.
Nice. So we are outside the venue for the Arc Revolution Cup 2016. It's being held at the Tokyo Fashion Tower in the glorious Tokyo Bay. And as you can see, the players are starting to gather behind me already. There are spectators as well, who actually don't know if they can get in. They're just kind of like showed up, hoping, hey, maybe someone needs an audience. So we're just like waiting to go in now and kick some ass.
Guilty Gear Exar Revelator. Who dares to enter the mayhem? Hey yo! Bow. Get ready to rock.
Game on.
Bow. Losing. Hey yo, wins. Hey yo, loses.
All right, we are here in Akihabara. Tournament is over. The assault on the realm of the gods has happened. So tell me about your tournament results. Let's start with Rasta then,
Yeah.
I guess.
So I played Rocky, I think it was, which is like a gold rank Eno. He read me like a book. Every single thing I did, it just counted perfectly. And I hoped for, because it was single elimination best of one, I hoped for that little surprise factor. It didn't really work, and there's a simple reason for that. Like the day before, I was at Mikado, and I was like, yeah, so I should chat in some Enos so I could get some feeling for the matchup. So you see this gold rank Eno with like name tag LT, or I think it was LT. And okay, that doesn't look like Rocky, I should play him. And so I play him a lot, and he mainly wrecks me as gold rank Eno. So I was like, okay, this Eno is really, really good. Well, I've seen some stuff, I should be fine. And then the tournament begins, and he puts his card there, and I see like the name LT, I'm like, oh god, not like this, not like this. Because I've shown him all my bad habits, everything I've got in Mikado before. And it just crushed me in the tournament. And
Lesson learned, I guess. So Ken,
Yeah.
How did you do? How do you feel?
I had a little bit more luck, I guess. My first opponent was a pot player named Natsu something. But yeah, that was my first opponent, and I actually won 2-1. So that was quite. That made me quite happy, and I think a lot of other people too.
it was a very close call, but very exciting to watch.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I was really nervous because it's a really bad matchup for Kum. So I was.
you had to play like the Kun card, so I hope he doesn't know this character.
Exactly. and he knew a bit, so but it was clutch. It was very clutch. But so then after that I had to play Nage, and unfortunately it didn't turn out that well. The first round was a perfect, which hurt, but that didn't really shake me. The second round I also lost, but it was quite close. He simply played better. He played. I wasn't ready for Nage, and it was good. It was really good.
Do you feel like the gap is like less than people say it is between like the level of Japan and level of the rest of Europe, or is
we're
it
getting
about
there,
the same?
but there's still like, it seems like there's still that gap. I mean, we're getting
Yeah.
closer there, but it's like it. When I was at Mikado, I've seen so much stuff that I've never seen before.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
they know what they're doing perfectly.
yeah. I mean, I would generally say like the top players are getting really close to the Japanese level, but on average we still have a long way to go.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So final thoughts on the weekend as a whole? Did you have a good time?
It was,
I loved it.
yeah, it was amazing.
It's great.
Probably the best weekend this year, maybe even the last years. It was really good. It was an amazing experience. The tournament was the best
fantastic.
tournament.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was the atmosphere, everything, the players, of course,
Oh, for sure, but also like how everything was built.
the organization and
Yeah.
staff and everything.
And
like
we
they
had-
had a lot of people. Like
Yeah.
I've never seen so many people.
Yeah,
for
that
such
was a full room for
Yeah.
like every tournament.
Yeah, and like there was barely any chairs empty, and they were hype. Like it's really amazing.
How'd you feel when they did the introductions? When you had to go up on the stage and you were on the big screen?
Yeah, that's really cool actually.
Yeah.
I love shit like that. I can just pose a bit.
Yeah.
And when you're like in frost, pose a bit.
Yeah, and I feel it also puts more of a camera on the faces and not just on the play.
So you actually
Yeah.
see the players, what they look like, what maybe a bit what they behave like.
Exactly, like for
When if
example,
they are just show off or if they're just
Yeah.
going there normally.
like for example, when I do this or when Ogawa is like, or like things like that, that's really cool. That's really cool because you get some personality. It's
Yeah.
it's really nice. Yeah.